Hey everybody, welcome to Art Class in a Box. So if you've gotten your box, you've seen all your stuff inside of it, and I want to show you what we will be working on today. We are going to be creating your very own watercolor art journal. Okay, so what you're going to need to do is get out all your supplies and have them ready. The first thing you'll need is your paper, okay? So this is watercolor paper. It's only good for watercolor because it's really absorbent. And I folded it kind of like a book. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take that rope that you saw, and this is just an easy way to make a book without making it like with staples or something permanent, so you can add pages to it. I mean, you can add pages all throughout the year and make it like a 100-page journal if you want. So you're gonna take your rope and you're gonna put it on the outside edge of your paper, okay, just like that. Then you're gonna tie a knot in the middle, okay? So in the middle of all the pages. Just like that, okay? Now that you've done a tie a knot, you're gonna tie a knot on the outside of your book. Just like this, okay? Tie a knot, and guess what? You have a book that's completely good, okay? And whenever you wanna add pages, look, all you do is just untie it, it's easy. Okay, so now that you've gotten your book all made, now we're gonna work on what you need to add to your art journal. Okay, so I'm thinking of just giving y'all a few ideas for how to get started, okay? So the first thing we're gonna need to do is make a cover for our art journal, okay? If you can read this, it says, be calm and doodle. Something I never do. I never am calm, and so for some reason, with my art journal, it's the only time I sit down and actually calm down. So the next one we're gonna do is we're gonna do something about your favorite vacation, and then the last one we're gonna do is something to do with outside, and that may require you to pause it. I'll tell you when. Okay, so what we have to do first is get all of your colors out, okay? And I want you to pour them into each pod of your palette, okay? So go ahead and do that. And once you have all your colors poured, okay, you should have a tiny amount in each one, kind of like that. And now you're gonna take your brush and you're gonna dip it in your water, which should be filled halfway full of water, okay? Dip your brush in your water. And what I like to do is just add a little bit of water per color, okay? So just kind of drop a little bit of water, drop some water right there, okay? And then we'll stir it together in a second. And if you read your instructions sheet in the box, you already know it needs to look like melted ice cream. But please do not eat this. It does not taste anything like melted ice cream, I promise. So you're gonna start together your colors really good, okay? Now, I wanna start first with my front cover, okay? And I know that if you want to do like flowers or something, I'm gonna show you some easy ways to do that. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna choose whatever color you want, really doesn't matter. Okay, maybe I wanna do some blue flowers. So I'm gonna start over here. I'm gonna do just some lines all together, okay? It was kind of like a blob. That's okay, I'm just gonna do lines everywhere, all over, okay? And then eventually these will look like flowers, okay? I'm gonna do some lines together. Let's make a little frame for our front cover, okay? Then I'm gonna do flowers all over, all right? All over, I'm really just adding lines. Then I'm gonna add a dot of yellow paint to the center of each flower, okay? And eventually, once I fill my whole sheet with flowers, it'll look like this, covered in flowers. Now, I love, my favorite thing to do is splatter paint. That sounds messy, but since you're probably ready to get messy, let's go ahead and do it. So if you want to splatter paint, kind of like what I did, if you can see this, okay, it looks like little tiny droplets of different colors, and that's exactly what it is. So we'll take my other front cover, and we're just gonna add some, let's get some green on there. So the thing about splatter paint is you want it to be really, really, really watery. So you're gonna add quite a bit of water to your watercolor, okay? Looks really watery. And then you're gonna take your brush and take your picture, whichever you've decided to do for your front cover, okay? Yours might say anything. It could say like, keep out, this is my journal, or it could say watercolor art journal, okay? Or it could say my inspiration. So take this, and then you're gonna hold your finger like this, and you're just gonna drop the paint all on your picture, okay? And it looks like that. It has splatters, okay? And I like doing at least 3 colors. So if you're like me and you want to add more color, then just add some blue or some pink or some red or some yellow, okay? And you just start adding tons more splatter, okay? Until you have a very artistic looking front cover for your art journal, okay? So this one, all I do is mix together yellow, some green, and some blue. I just took my brush and watered them down and mixed together, okay, and then added splatter paint on top, okay? So now I'm done. 2 options for your front cover. You don't have to do either one, you can do your own. Just an idea. Our next one is gonna be the one where I'm gonna deposit, or you're gonna deposit, because we are gonna do something called earthy art, okay? This is anything to do with outside. So I want you right now to go and look for anything you want to watercolor outside, okay? It can be a fern, like what I've chosen. It can be a flower. It can be, maybe if you're a boy and you love dead bugs. I know my boys would probably choose to watercolor a dead bug. So if you want to go get, I'd find a dead bug outside, bring him in, and we're gonna watercolor what he looks like, okay? So anything you want to watercolor, this is where you pause it and go find it. Okay, if you already have it, then you can be like me. We can just get started painting. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our sheet, another page in our journal, and since my fern is green, I'm gonna get some green paint on my brush, and I'm gonna do a light, thin line, okay? Now that green doesn't really look very similar to this green. So that's the cool thing about watercolor is you just get to mix and match colors. So I feel like it needs some more yellow. So I'm gonna get some yellow on my brush and I'm gonna add it. Okay, we're getting closer. We're getting a lot closer to that color, okay? So I'm gonna add some green, I'm gonna add some yellow, and then I'm gonna do my thin, little tiny pieces all over, okay? Until it's completely done, like that. Now what I like to do is I like to add something to the page, and it is telling what colors you chose. So for instance, this picture I used blue, yellow, and green, okay? So I kind of just said that. Now there's a lot of white space on this page left. So what you can do is you can fill it up with anything you see outside. Any flowers, grass, whatever you want to do. Anything, you can even paint a whole scene out of your yard and call it earthy art. Okay, so that was our second idea, okay? And the last idea, I know this is your spring break, and I know if you were like me, you might have been going to the beach and it got canceled. So you know what I decided to do is make my happy place. I thought we could make our beach here, okay? So on another sheet in your journal, let's make a beach, and we'll just draw the ocean and the sky. So what we'll do first is we'll kind of get some blue on our brush, and we're gonna do a line all the way across, okay? Just like that, halfway through. And the bottom will be your ocean, okay? And remember, with watercolor, you're needing a lot of water, okay? And what's neat about watercolor is you don't ever need white to make it lighter. You just need more water to make it lighter. So get some water on there, okay? And you wanna make it, if you wanna make it really watery, add a lot of water, okay? I'm gonna do it darker on the sides, lighter in the middle, okay? And I might even add a little bit of green in there. You know, oceans have a lot of different colors in there. Okay, so some green, some blue. Ooh, that looks like Destin. Okay, we're almost there. Now, let's add like a sun. Okay, let's add a yellow sun. So if you want to add a yellow sun, you're gonna get a little bit of yellow watercolor paint. Okay, and we're gonna just take our brush and you're gonna draw like a circle right in the center. Okay, just like that. And now you're gonna paint the sky back and forth all around that circle and leave that white, okay? Because see, in watercolor, when you use watercolors, you have to make sure that whatever you want white in your picture, you have to leave. Like you can't really recreate white in your watercolor. So if I want that sunshine to look white, then I am gonna need to leave that circle completely blank, okay? So then I'm gonna add some yellow and some red. Made it like a beautiful sunset, and imagine that I'm actually there, okay? So let's just add some yellows, some reds. I'm just dipping my brush. I'm not even using really a lot of paint. I mean, I haven't even used paint hardly at all. I'm just dipping my brush in water and mixing it all around, smoothing it all around. Okay, add a little bit more yellow. Okay, so now I have my beach scene. Mine's a little bit bleeding because I'm having to hold it up. Okay, and I'm gonna title this because I like to give things a title. So if you want your journal to have titles, you can title this Your Happy Place or Beach, whatever you want to title it, okay? So beach or happy place. Okay, so now I'm just giving you a few ideas to get started on your own journal. Do whatever you want, add as many pages as you want, okay? And I will see you in a few weeks with your next new craft, and let's just say it's a little bit messy, so get ready, okay? Bye.